Kelly Jack, the gaming identity handle, whatever, behind the guy behind Difid Rex. And this is Semi-Trans we're playing. The Pak128 second try is not going so well. 60 some episodes in, and more than counting. 36 million in the hole at episode 61 when it starts. And it's not looking really good at all. Company's technically bankrupt, staying alive in receivership. The question is, and leave a comment on every video, when you think it's time to throw in the towel and go start a new company. Should we start a new company on this map exactly and compete with him, Three Forks, or should we just give it up and start a new game and admit defeat? 36 million is a lot to try to recoup, especially in Semi-Trans. I'm Callie Jack. Let's get going. Aboard. Episode 63 now deporting. Platform 4. Time to start to work on that next section of rail. I have made a decision there will be an end to the game coming if this does not work, and we're going to do something different. I'm going to try an actual real tutorial. All right, so we're going to start laying our tracks. And some of these tracks will be highly different than what we've done before. Why? Because we need to have them be different. So I'm doing a bunch of groundwork to level up some sections that will need to be leveled out so that I can lay a double line zooming in sometimes helps. Often helps. Just so you know. Yes, I am in loss mode here. Do some cleanup on these tracks. And then begin work on the secondary track here. Just going to kind of spread out like this so that we can get things to function through correctly. Now with that done, we can bring up the 120 track here for the lesser rail, and then get our 140 track laid in and set across the bridge. This is going to cause some confusion for the one train that's running this right now for the moment, but we'll be clearing up that confusion shortly. Perfect. Okay. There we go. That's going to be a bit of a confusing track right there, because that's our spur off to go up to the old Plymouth station. We're going to do a tie-in there until we do the setup. Go ahead and do our signals in advance, just like we've been doing. And we're going to take out this slower section of rail. Coming out of the manor. And we will have to allow for connections here. And I just realized it's not far enough out to take and make this function correctly for what we're doing. This will be staying. Going to have signals here and here. And then we will need a crossover from here to here. So we'll have to actually move that signal back. Yeah, I'm goofing up the rail something fierce here. Won't need that section that way. But we will need that. Okay, there we go. Get the signals in now properly. And they are, to the most part, in. And at this end, we do need it to be temporarily at least a choose signal there, so that it can choose the platform until we get things squared away. We are going to, however, put a platform unchoose. Oops. There. Because that's going to be for the Plymouth line. And we're going to do a small change right there and use the pioneering line to extend out to here for that. So we'll do a single platform unchoose, actually, there to unchoose both of those platforms. There we go. This part is set. We just need to do our signaling on it. Actually, I just realized that has to be a regular signal, not a platform choose. So we can take out our platform on chooses. There we go. And with this now set, now we can take and do our last little bit of dig down. Grab the 140 line, hook into where we need to be hooked into, and do the last two signals that we need. There we go. With those now set, we can start stringing catenaries on that section when we're ready. But now we have to do the last little bit over, which is to connect up this to this. So we're going to take and do a peek at what we're up against here. We've got looks like we've got some uneven land. Okay. So we're going to do a small fill right there to get him across. And then we've got to drop down. There we go. No longer utilizing the more foolish style that I had been. Again, I like to have at junctions or crossings. Faster way crossings. And we're also going to add a passenger platform because the Circle Bark has workers, 30 of them, that need to get over here from St. Albans. So we'll probably set up a motor car to take and come over to here of some sort. With that now done, we can begin removing and setting up some of our signaling. That signal will be able to take and go bye-bye. The signal is now set. Run the catenaries on this section right there. Take out that signal right there. Get the catenaries across the two new sections here, and then we'll have to clean up this whole bit here in a bit. We're going to come down to here to make our junction, our crossover. So that's going to require a signal there. Grab the catenaries and start laying those cat lines. We do need signaling here. And it's now time that we can safely drop, oops, and remove some of our bridging here. with our catenary lines established, do need to remove the way objects here. I don't want any those guys being able to utilize that. And then we need to come from here. Missed a signal right there, so we'll have to add that in. And I kind of want a signal there as well. Don't know just how bad this is going to pick up. Truro and Blackpool are our two biggest communities, so this might just take off like crazy once we get this set up to here. We are going to have them start servicing Plymouth as a midpoint in this line. Get him across the bridges. And now with that set, signals done, the new ThunderDuck line should pick up, should register as trains go through it. Now down to how often the refresh is, and we'll talk about some of those refreshes, how often they check their schedules and things like that in the tutorial if I do it. Sip of coffee here. Get everything going good, get everything going good. Okay, it's time. This is no longer needed. That signal has become problematic, so we'll have to fix it. And there's no need for a signal there, since we are going to do a force by going all the way back over here to where the Alban line splits off and take out our catenaries after this guy runs through. So behind him, we're taking out the cats. With the catenaries gone, that won't affect our freight trains that are coming through that section. But we can start getting some savings, and this will start forcing them onto other routing. And like I said, this will give us savings as well. Because catenaries run us $2.40 a month per section. So right there, that just made these sections of tile run a little bit cheaper. Because that train comes out of St. Albans West, I really won't need a standard style crossover. We can do something a little bit cooler, I think, here. and make a diagonal diamond. Get ourselves a signal there for the right way. That signal's still in a good spot. Signal needs to be there. The signal can be removed. And we can take out our way objects. I do need to do one change to this. And that's right there. And the reason is so that we can put a choose in with a platform deny on that one for the passenger station. And we're now all set up. Things should start running on the correct line. Start our cleanup to the west here, where the branch out occurs. I'm going to move this back up to where I like it. Hi, I'm stuck. Well, that means we've got a signal issue or something going on, and we'll have to deal with that in another episode. So this will wrap it up. Thanks for watching and for riding along. It's the end of the line. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Give it a better day than I'm having, and hopefully it comes true, guys. Be safe out there.